we have found some vehicles now. If any of these belong to a missing person is another story. Two more cars way out here. I was not expecting that.
That's far. Holy crap. Definitely a dumping ground.
That is 100% a truck.
How
It looks
that-
like there's another one next to it right there.
Dude, look how far that floated.
We found like at least 10 cars that we saw on sonar out here.
You might call them scuba sleuths.
Their new hobby went from cleaning up waterways to solving mysteries. And what a great public service.
Jeremy Sides and Adam Brown travel the country searching for closure in cold cases.
Amazing. The gift of closure to grieving families
Right.
is absolutely priceless.
Today we traveled down to Jacksonville, Florida to search for 3 different missing people: Borges Diaz, Lacey Nicole Jones, and Chriscinda Joyce Stevens. Now there are thousands of missing people across the country, but Florida is one of the states with the most missing people in all of the United States, and it has one of the highest number of people missing with vehicles. There's probably around 100 people missing and their vehicles are missing because there's so much water, so many ponds around Florida. Today we're searching as much as the main stretch of the St. Johns River, the Trout River as we can, to try to just clear spots, clear areas. There's 3 missing people in the Jacksonville area listed with vehicles, but the one that makes the most sense is Borges Diaz. It's a 2022 case, and apparently he left from his home down near Miami and was last sighted driving kind of erratically down up 95 north around Jacksonville. So I know Sunshine State Sonar, they're another search team. They've searched a lot of the ponds, but we're gonna try to search a lot of the main river and just clear a lot of the bigger boat ramps and bodies of water that we can today. So we got the little boat. Hopefully it's not too rough conditions today. It's definitely warmed up since this cold weather recently, but we're gonna get out here, scan as much as we can, and see if we can find any vehicles and send our underwater drones down on them or dive, try to identify them and bring as many people home as we can today. We just got out on the boat and we're going under, this is 95 highway interstate bridge here. Apparently he was last seen going, nearby, not necessarily over this far. We don't really know at this point. But as it is with Florida, and all these rivers, it's like crazy shallow on the edge, especially when high tide and low tide gets down. So it's like you can't even get near it. But there is some spots where it's deeper. We got to find those areas, and then we're gonna look for cars. But I mean, it's 11 feet, out here in the middle in the channel. It's pretty loud right here with all the cars going by. But we're gonna keep going around. If we see anything, we will show you guys on the sonar. I don't see anything but tires right now. But I got my Hummingbird sonar running and the Garmin. If there's anything out here, hopefully we'll find it. We just made our way across the way to, this is Lions Club boat ramp, if you can see it, we're coming up on. And the problem we're running into is we're hitting boat ramp, bridge. A lot of these places are just, you can't get anywhere near the edge, so you really got to follow like the river channel. And any boat ramp and spot that's like by the river channel where it's deep enough, that's where you're gonna look for a car. There's tons of boats out in Jacksonville. It's Florida. Every other person has a boat. Not everybody's really scanning for cars. You gotta go slow. So we're just gonna scan everything we can. Let's see what's over here at this boat ramp. All right, it's 8 feet, 9 feet, just barely deep enough. But there's the ramp right here. See, there's a few people out today. The weather's finally getting nice. Are we gonna find a car? Really anything? It's 10 feet, so that's a good sign. All right, we're down over to the next marina. This one we went to a long time ago, right by Arlington Marina. We just went over a boat, if you can kind of see the outline right there. We're seeing a ton of boats out here. Let's
canals over here.
14 feet. This place is cool. There's all sorts of, I mean, it's Florida, but there's big tugboats and all types of stuff everywhere. There's it's a big old tire. I kind of doubt we'll find anything, but we're gonna check. No, it's 6 feet. Yeah, this one looks clear, but we'll scan it. We'll go backwards. Scan it also. Alright, we've been going a ways down. I mean, Jacksonville, we're on the other side of it now. There's spots like this where it's like the road, there's no guardrail. Look at all these cars are feet away from going in the water. Granted, I mean, it's like 7 feet. But still, places like this that I'm like, dang, you know, car could just go right in. I don't see anything yet, but we are scanning. I haven't seen anything but tires and boats. All right, we just had a lot of striking out all through Jacksonville. I didn't even film a lot because we didn't find anything, but it was sunken boats, a lot of concrete blocks. But we haven't found any vehicles or anything so far. So now we're jumping back. We're going towards Brunswick, where we're going back, and we're just hitting different boat ramps. This one's like in Yulee. It's like Half Moon boat ramp or something like that. We're just gonna check it real quick. I'm gonna scan it just to see if it's deep enough, if there's anything out. Then we're gonna move on, and then I think there's a few more on the way towards Brunswick. And Jeremy's gonna hang back here. He's gonna back me in, and if I find anything, I'll give him a call. We might. I mean, it seems like the more farther we get out of main towns, we start finding things at boat ramps, you know, that are more like out of the way like this, you know.
Possibly. Really depends on where we're at, but there could be 20 cars out here. You just don't know.
20 feet right off the ramp. Let's see. Can't really see it on there. Let's just see if there's anything out here. It's a big old hole, that's for sure. Just gonna scan up and down since it's tidal. I mean, there could be cars going both ways. Definitely deep enough though. Looking at 25 feet. It's pretty clean. Very clean. But if it got a big, you know, air bubble trapped inside the car, if the current was ripping, it could be a lot farther down here. So I'm just gonna go down a little bit, and then we'll head back down that way. But right now, it's looking pretty clear. All right, I did not see anything that looked like a car to me, so we're gonna move on to the next one, just like that. Keep on heading north. I think that's good. All right, we are at the next one, about 30 minutes farther north. Actually, not exactly sure where we are, but up that way. I'm gonna check this one real quick. I don't know the name of this ramp. Alright. This one is, that's dropping off now. It was like 5 feet at first. Yeah, that glare is probably pretty bad. 12 feet. Yeah. It's the bottom of the ramp right there. I didn't see anything jumping off, but it is deep enough. That one also appeared clear, so I think there's one more down this road right here we're gonna hit in this area, and then I don't know if there's any more before we get to Brunswick, but it's like 13 feet, but super clear, super sandy. I just don't see anything odd. All right, we're making our way towards Brunswick. This is another ramp that's like kind of off the beaten path a little bit. And this current is ripping. I guess the tide's going out. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some vehicles. It almost looks like the water is hitting something back there. Probably can't see it on GoPro on the camera here, but we haven't found anything else today. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, this current is going strong. One car. I knew it. All right, so one car. All right, heading over to the boat. Looks like we finally found something after searching all day, which tends to happen if you just keep on hitting boat ramps. And if you look right out there, there's a bunch of ripples. So it's right out there.
Yeah.
Just one?
Actually, I think there's like 3 out here.
That's what I said, 3. They look old.
One does. Well, man, I can't tell. I mean, they look like cars. One's up this one that way down there is upside down. But I think there's another one out here in the middle right next to it.
Looks like there's ripples over there, yeah.
There's one somewhere in here. I think close to this area. And it's on its wheels.
It's kind of a dumping ground.
Yeah.
Man, I wish the current wasn't ripping. We might have to come back tomorrow.
I was thinking that because this current is faster than it was the other day. We was having trouble.
If we can get behind the car and go under it with the drone, then might be able to do that, but it's still going to be a pain. One right there looks like it's upside down that we just went over. So you said there's like 3, you think?
I counted 3, but then right off the bat, there's another one that you spotted right there. I didn't think it was a car, but that shot you just got, so there
That looks like a car, yeah.
could be 4 out here.
And you think that one over there?
Somewhere over here, there's another one. I forget if it's off this side or...
Bridge pillars.
And this current is almost like dangerously fast.
Is that a truck?
See, that's one of the... It could be, but that's definitely a vehicle.
It's like a truck to me. Look how square the front end is. I think that's a truck.
I can't tell.
I mean, it's super boxy. Looks like there's a ladder next to it. You see that? I think it's like a truck that had a ladder on the roof and it just...
Could be.
Like a work truck.
Could be.
So we have found some vehicles now. If any of these belong to a missing person is another story. Alright, and there's an upside down one right there. What? Or sideways.
Did you see one either?
You didn't see that one?
I don't think I did.
There's a lot of them out here, man.
Yeah, there's a lot more.
We got a bunch, 2 more.
Oh, wow.
2 more cars way out here. I was not expecting that.
That's far. Holy crap. Definitely a dumping ground.
Yeah.
I mean, this current's moving so fast. That's how far they carry cars out here.
We need to figure out slack tide. We're probably going to have to come back tomorrow.
Just thinking. I mean, you said we're not far from Brunswick.
No, we're probably like 20 minutes, I think.
Look at a little.
So we have a lot. And there actually might be another one over there, way on the edge. That might be that kind of looks like a truck way over there. That is 100% a truck. Look at this shot.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, that's a truck.
How
It
is
looks
that-
like there's another one next to it, right there.
Dude, look how far that floated. Like, that is so far.
It just rolled, dude, all the way down.
Holy crap.
That is crazy. Why is it always like this? We're searching all day,
Yeah, we could have found this place first.
and then as soon as it starts getting dark, bam, 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 bam. Car after car. Yeah, that sun is setting quick. ramp's down there. Well, that's a pretty good distance. Oh, and another one.
Oh my gosh. You were like a quarter mile away. That looks like a truck too. Depending on which side you're looking at. See that? Looks like at an angle. Looks like the dark part is the front.
Yeah.
And the cab, and that looks like, yeah. These trucks be floating far.
Yeah, they're not buried at all, really, either.
What's the bottom look like? Is it sandy, muddy?
I guess it's just flat sand. I mean, over there it's muddy on the edge, but it looks pretty. If a vehicle's slowly rolling down, I mean, it's squished, but you can see the window. Yeah, that looks like a truck. All right, it is the next day. Just like that, we came back to the boat ramp over here, Little Santia boat ramp. I guess it's the Little Santia River, and it's low. It's tide's going out. It's almost slack tide at low tide, so it's getting close to the best time to send a drone down where it doesn't get sucked away. We're still probably going to struggle because we don't have the best boat for diving. Our other boat has the platform and everything, so we're probably not going to dive today. We'll have to come back for that. But we're going to try our best just to find any make and model and make sure these vehicles don't match the make and model we're looking for, specifically that of Borges Diaz and Demetria Watson's vehicles. So we're out here and water's definitely way down. So hopefully we can clear these without getting too tangled up, because last night was a mess. What you thinking about today? Be a little bit better maybe?
Well, yeah. Current will die off here pretty quick. We'll be able to see what we're looking at a lot better.
You want to start with that first one again and try to figure that one out? Yeah. All right.
It's easiest.
All right, we just got it anchored on again. We're going to be using the Chasing Mini S, which is an awesome drone company. If you guys want to get one of these, I'll have a link below. It's the Gladius Mini S, and it's a great little lightweight drone. We're going to put it to the test today in this current, although it's dying down, so I think we'll do all right. But let's throw in, see what happens. Hopefully we can just figure out a badge or make a model, anything to just know it's not the vehicles we're looking for. And we'll come back eventually and dive on all of them. All right, so I threw the drone in, and immediately this current was not helping us at all. I was having a very difficult time controlling the drone because this current is no joke. When that tide starts going, you really can't do anything much. So I was doing my best, and I was able to see some of what was down there, as you can tell, but it wasn't detailed enough to be able to identify the make and model or any tags. I could tell it was a car, covered in all this growth, all these like barnacles, clams, whatever it is. So I'm going around, and here's just a few shots. But ultimately, we decided we would need to come back the next day and actually dive down to check a few of these cars. But I was going around, and I found a few cool things. I think this is actually some sort of vertebrae, old bone fossil. It's very common to find shark teeth, fossils, old bones out in areas like this. But if you know exactly, let me know. I think it's a vertebrae. I kept going around, and here's a tire that I found. This whole place is such a dumping ground. And here's actually the wheel of the car. So I was able to see that, but I still couldn't tell what make and model it was. And then I got to the rear of the vehicle, and I guess the trunk was open. And I think this is the netting inside the back, but we decided we would need to come back the next day. All right, we were having issues with the drone. Mainly, there's so much growth. It keeps getting stuck up and all, giving us a hard time. We could tell, it was a car. Obviously, see some of the wheels, but Jeremy's going to dive down so we can clear the obvious cars out here. We don't have a ton of time today, but should be pretty. Not the worst dive. I mean, the viz is okay, not great.
Fucking current's carrying me away already. What is it? Okay.
Alright, Jeremy's in the water. Should be a pretty good time. It's slack tide right now. Let's see what this car is.
Damn head.
Oh, got a tag?
Subaru.
Subaru? Oh, you turned off your fronts.
Huh?
Okay, yeah, you're recording. I just wanted to make sure. Alright. Want me to pull you back? Take...
No fucking visibility.
Really?
No.
I could see with the drone though.
I can see shit.
I'm gonna pull the anchor up. Ready? All right, so what are we looking at?
That was a Subaru. I think a hatchback. Actually newer. Had all the barnacles and stuff all over it, but
Got a tag.
it had a tag on it. It had the what do you call those things? It was twin piped and the tailpipes were blue. Like it was somebody's toy. It's probably some newer Impreza or something.
It's like a Florida tag. It's stamped. It's not, or I mean, it's a.
What's newer? It might be Georgia. I don't know how we're gonna clean it all off, but I'll have to mess with that in a minute.
All right, we are on the next one. Right there, if you can see. And we're gonna try to dive the ones we can today while we have time. So we know a lot of them are trucks. Some of them are just frames. We're gonna have to come back, bottom line. But we want to do what we can today. All right, this one I can't tell. I mean, it looks like it's a little older, I would say. But I'm still thinking a car.
dry ground.
Ugh. Something nasty.
Oh, it's old. I have no idea what it is. It's falling apart.
Is that a light? It's got a number on it. Alright. Pull the mag. Good. There's a part number on it. I don't know. Is that a light? I think it's a light. It was a light.
I don't know. It's on the side. All right, so super old, rusty, falling apart. Couldn't tell what it was, but man, it looked like it had some fat tires on the back.
Really?
And then when I got to the rear, it had a plastic bumper. So it's not a truck or a metal bumper, but I couldn't find a tag on the bumper. And then the muffler coming off this thing has a long tailpipe. It's like cut at the end. Almost reminds me of an older Mustang.
Oh.
But yeah, it's been down there long. It's falling apart. Only thing, like, I just came across that. I couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
But like, I stared at the wheel forever and it was just nothing but like clams and stuff. I'm like, this is not gonna work. But I could see the lug nuts. It was older, steel looking thing. But it kind of reminded me of a hot rod a little bit, just because.
The other one was kind of slick too, you said, right?
Huh?
It's Subaru?
What about
Somebody's baby?
Oh, it might have been. But like, yeah, there's no, like, the visibility was a little better with the current, but not much.
Let's look up this part number. '98 Buick part.
98 Buick?
That's what this says.
Dang, I was off. Old
98, yeah, Buick.
What's it look?
Front left speaker box.
Oh, I was just hanging out. Oh, this thing's falling apart.
98 Buick. It says not, well, yeah. That's what that says. Buick Park Avenue.
Dang it. Subaru and a Buick. Yeah, the Subaru definitely wasn't down there that long.
Oh, it's like a grandma car.
Oh, I was way off. Yeah. Yeah, go show you. I don't know what I'm talking about.
It's kind of like a Ford Taurus, it looks like.
Oldest.
Yeah, I mean, it went in.
So look at the condition
November,
that one was in.
November 22.
And it was registered 20.
Well, that's the same. Well, that's the same year.
It's only 2 years, and that's the kind of condition that car's in.
Yeah, so that's kind of what we're gonna be looking for. That was a pretty good image, though. It showed up. I mean, all that growth.
Solid. Well, because all the dang growth on it give you a great shot.
I don't know what that is, but then that's like classic little car.
Yeah, it's really on wheels.
This thing's on its side. I don't know what it is, but you can see it.
It's kind of weird.
Almost looks like a truck, maybe.
Yeah, it does. Definitely on the side. Looks like it's buried.
But that one I'm curious about. That could be a Corolla. I mean, it's a classic little car shape. I don't think that's that's next to that one. But all right, there's a lot more cars out here, but a lot of them, it's like a lot of trucks. We're not doing the trucks right now. We only have so much time with the slack tide. This is gonna be the last one because it's Scream's car and it's right here on its wheels. So we're gonna dive this one, and we don't have the right boat, you know. Not the best boat for diving. We have to come back and finish all of them. So we're not leaving everything, but we are gonna, you know, dive what we can. Did it? No tag?
That one was tough. Light went out in the current. I was like, oh my God, I can't hold on to it.
I know, it's picking up.
Cut my hand.
I want to try to grab that, yeah.
That was a lot easier than I thought. That was a workout. I mean, I couldn't tell what it was because my light went out when I first got down. I had a chance to see the wheels. All I know is they're alloy.
All the windows felt up?
Yeah.
That's not good.
I mean, it looks like it reminded me of a Corolla, but the only thing is it has something going on the back.
It's black. That's
like, oh, well, that's
what we're looking for, right?
no, gray.
Well, I mean, I don't know, gray.
But side view mirrors sometimes come black.
Actually, what is it blue? What does that look like? Gray?
Could be. Shoot. I was looking for the tag. Like I got to the trunk where it's at. I couldn't find it, but I guess the trunk is open. And there's like a huge net on the back of this thing for some reason. I don't know what the net's about.
A fishing net?
Maybe. It's tight. I couldn't find. I was like, what is this? And it was like right in the way.
I don't know, you have to use a glove to scrape that off. That could be gray.
We're looking for a gray car.
That could be gray. It's a common color though.
True. But I was trying to think, I was like, what do I grab? I couldn't figure out to grab. I was like, let's pull the mirror off. Quickest way to.
Alright, so we just looked at the part number on this mirror and it says like a 2015 Dodge Dart. So similar car roughly.
Yeah, a little disappointed. Because like that one I put some effort into it when the light went out. But I don't know, it felt Corolla-ish to me. You know, it had that shape, but I think Dodge Dart's pretty similar shape.
Yeah.
But like I could say, there's a big net on the end of that thing. I don't know if it's a fishing net or if it's some kind of aftermarket thing with this car. Like, I don't know, hold a bike on or something, I don't know.
Might be, yeah, one of those things.
Not a Toyota. Still a bunch more cars out here, but I think those are the freshest ones. I think these other ones are gonna be old. They had a lot of pickup trucks too.
We have one tag, we can report that.
Yeah, like this one. I mean, I looked on it would have been on the trunk. I mean, I couldn't feel anything.
Yeah.
So it's either encrusted in the barnacles or there's not one on it.
Well, none of the other ones really scream car to me. There's like a lot of trucks out here, which I want to dive, but it's not what we're looking for right now.
Well, we can always come back. That's the cool thing.
Yeah. How's it going?
What's up, man?
Not too much. Yeah, I guess we found like at least 10 cars that we saw on sonar out here. We dove on a couple. We got only one tag, but I guess when I called in, they said they knew about them and they had dove on some of them in the past.
Yeah, the guy that does our diving, I talked to him. He said they've been on like 7 of them.
7. So that's we only got one tag. Yeah, we did. I guess a couple of them didn't have tags. I guess that's why.
Well, they pulled the tags off of them.
So that was what, Subaru?
Yeah, that one's a Subaru.
It's a Camden tag too.
Looks like 22, so not too long ago.
28 Camden, remember 28 through Georgia?
28, go ahead.
Charlie Uniform Foxtrot 4381. CUF 4381.
They ever pull any out from here that y'all know?
Signal 55.
Go ahead. It's stolen.
It is. That makes sense.
So we're going back to the 10 vehicle out of Kingsland. Entered in 22 on a Subaru. Saying it's at 3 rims, hood scoop, and rainbow exhaust.
Rainbow exhaust.
I mean, I had pretty exhaust. That's what rainbow is. I don't know.
Okay.
There's a bunch of trucks out here.
Down there. No tags on them though?
We didn't dive on everything just because the tide, we're trying to dive during slack tide, you know, the current gets so bad. So I mean, these are a couple other parts. This was like a Dodge Dart, right?
The mirror was a Dodge Dart. That other one's a 98 Buick.
An old Buick. But I figured y'all probably knew about this spot. We just go around checking all the ramps.
Where y'all out of?
I'm in Columbia, South Carolina, and then
I'm North Georgia.
North Georgia, so.
Jasper.
Yep. There's supposedly some more up under the Blue Bridge.
Blue Bridge?
17, between 17.
Is that going up that way?
This
South.
way, south.
The
We checked the next one.
Florida and Georgia border.
Oh,
there's a
think
there's
we
supposed to
checked
be a
that.
bunch down there.
Yeah.
sure.
That'd be yours now.
For what?
For the report.
What for?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a bunch down there.
He said there's about 10 out here now.
Probably,
There is.
might be more than 10, but some of them are just old frames. You can see just tires and the
Right.
axles and stuff. And
Because we had, what was it? About, it's been about a year and a half, 2 years ago. Some fella had a pretty new Dodge, backed his trailer down in there and got out, and the whole thing just,
it's still out here?
not here. At the,
Oh, the other one.
Yeah,
that
Blue
one down
Bridge.
there.
They
Yeah.
didn't get it out.
Yeah, it seems like the newer ones, like this one, are like left. And then all the older ones, at least that we're seeing, are that way, depending on when the tide was when they dumped them, I guess.
How far down is
There's a
They go pretty far.
I
truck
mean-
like goes, I shit you not, feels like a quarter mile that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's a pretty hard bottom down there. It's not like,
Yeah.
it's pretty
We got a
rocky.
guy. So you say there's about 10 or more down there now?
I think we counted at least 10.
We counted at least 10. Some of them are like old frames, so it's kind of, and they're, some of them are like next to each other, so at least 10, I would say, are out here. We dove on 3 of them today.
I think this says 2010 on the sticker. No, that
I
says
think it's
November.
20,
That says NOV, November.
22 right there.
22, yep.
Looks like.
So only 3 years old.
Yeah, that's not too
Not that
bad.
old.
That last, that Dodge
Definitely
started.
November, though.
Right in
And
the middle
definitely
of trying to find
Camden.
something.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't sure if this was y'all's jurisdiction or not, but I was like, I guess it says Waverly technically, but they don't have a police
It's
department.
our jurisdiction.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, we appreciate y'all running it.